Here with the Lord of the Smoke.
What's poppin', man?
Greggy.
Chillin'.
Chibril Noble.
Yeah.
Qua. Say hi, Qua. How's it going? Yo, what's good, y'all?
Chillin', man. These niggas crazy, man.
Big weekend of boxing.
Great
Youngin' Jaron Ennis.
Yes.
5th round TKO.
Yes.
Getting some criticism for it.
Who cares?
People felt like he got hit too much.
Yeah,
he felt he was a little rusty.
Yeah, I know.
What's your thoughts on the performance?
First of all, I would like to thank Bruce Ennis, Eddie Hearn, you know what I'm saying? Bringing that extravaganza to Philadelphia.
They did their fucking thing, yo.
They did their thing. We never seen that before at the Wells Fargo. This generation hasn't seen anything like that. I never had the luxury to go to the Spectrum back in the day because I wasn't born. But now we got Wells Fargo and it's opened up for boxing because of Bruce Ennis, Eddie Hearn, so I appreciate that. Shout out to Bozy and the whole team, Rel, everybody. Shout out to everybody. Great fight. I got a love-hate relationship with that fight. I hate that he fought for the crowd, and I hate that he gave it to us that way, but I love how he fought. He took shots he shouldn't have took, and guess what? He shook them right off and walked through, and he made a motherfucker quit. Diabolical. And guess what? If you could criticize a motherfucker quitting after 5 rounds, there's something wrong with you. Because I love that fight. I love that fight. And every Boots fight is a different fight if you pay attention. So that was the first time we saw that, where he actually he took shots and he didn't get out of the way. He just beat on the motherfucker. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I love it.
Has he reached a level of criticism to where as though no matter how he wins, somebody is going to say something was missing?
No, this ain't shit. We ain't seen shit. They gonna be talking crazy about Boots for a long time because the kind of performances he gonna be putting on, what they gonna be saying is, that guy, who is that guy? And who's that guy? But all along, the people saying that they wouldn't dare. They wouldn't dare open their fucking mouth in person or get in the ring and do something like that. So, you know, the criticism part, that's just part of life. You're gonna get that anyway. So it ain't about shit. I love it. I love what he did.
What did you see boxing-wise?
What I seen boxing-wise was, you know what I mean, he was in a bag where people don't understand fighting in Philadelphia. People are forced to fight because Philly's a tough crowd. If you go to an Eagles game, Phillies game, Flyers, it's going to be tough. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be talking their shit. So when it comes to boxing, nobody want to put on a shitty show. So I felt like boxing-wise, he came out there, he found him a little bit with his jab, but Boots was trying to get right to the shit. As you saw, he threw the crackdown like the first fucking 30 seconds. He missed, but he threw that bitch because he trying to get it popping. You know what I'm saying? Boots trying to get to it. So
I thought it was going to be over early because he wobbled him with a jab.
Yeah, I did too. But Avaneysan is a gangster at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people were like, well, when Bud fought him, everybody kept saying we don't know who he is. We didn't know who he is. We found out about him because of Bud. You know what I'm saying? And he a G. I give it to Avaneysan. He a fucking gangster. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Great fight. Yeah, you turned up. I know where you at. No, I know where you at. You on speed back. I already know where you at. That mode you in right now, that's crazy.
You tell my young boy been wearing his do-rag, y'all. People, shit flowing. G. So now the talk of the town, G, is Jaron Ennis and Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
People are looking at that performance, and some are saying, yeah, he's ready for Bud. Some are saying, oh, he got hit too much. If that was Bud would have knocked him out.
Yeah.
Can you judge that fight by both of their performances against David Avaneysan?
You can only judge tendencies. You can't judge the actual fight. You know what I'm saying? You can only judge by tendencies. And you can only judge by habits and shit that you see, that you pick up, but everybody can't see it. At the same time, if you're not ready for Bud, who the fuck is he ready for? Bud is the cream of the crop, and Boots want to be the cream of the crop, and he's close to being cream of the crop, and that fight should be made. It should definitely be made next year, around September, around my birthday.
It's seeming like Terence Crawford wants to unify and become undisputed at 54.
Yeah.
Seems like Eddie Hearn and Boots want to become undisputed at 147 pounds.
Yeah.
Is that the perfect time to meet up, undisputed versus undisputed?
That's fucking legendary. If that happens, that's legendary. And it would be perfect time. But we can't say until it happens. All I'm saying is the fight should be made. There's no better fight. There's no better fight really. Only thing that could really match up with that is Shakur and Tank or Better BF Bivol, fights like that.
Canelo Benavidez on that level?
Yeah, only those fights can match with Boots and Bud would do. That would be fucking through the roof. That would be crazy.
Boots just turned 27. Crawford's turning 37, I think, in December.
Yeah.
Is that going to be the defining factor in the fight?
It could play a part, but it could work on each guy's favor. Boots being a younger man, being a faster man, more energetic, it could work for him. Bud being a more experienced man, the older man in life, it could work for him. But it could be the same reason they both lose to each other. You never know. But listen, I'm here to say we need that fight. I'm Greg Hackett and I'm voting for that fight. I need that fight. I need that fight. Bad.
Does anybody have the edge, or is it still a 50-50?
It's a 50-50 to me because the two styles is unheard of. The two styles is unheard of. You can't, I could try to argue for Bud, I could try to argue for Boots. But at the end of the day, guess what? I need the fight. Fuck all the other shit. I need the fight. You know what I mean? Great fight.
Last question, GH.
Yes, sir.
The youngin' Jalil Hackett.
Yes, sir.
No relation. Everybody keeps asking me.
No, that's my cousin. That's my cousin.
Everybody keeps asking me every day. There's no relation. Jalil Hackett, unanimous decision victory against Pete Dobson.
Yeah.
Got heated in the press conference, the weigh-in.
Real bad.
And Jalil Hackett came through.
Yeah.
Unanimous decision. First 10-rounder, first time going past 6. What'd you think?
I thought, when I first heard about that fight, I didn't like that fight. Because I thought it was too early for Jalil. Only because of Pete coming back and fighting Carter Ben basically on short notice and handling it. Gave him a great fight. So I'm like, for Jalil, maybe he should wait 1 or 2 more. But you know what? After looking at it, Jalil is a big kid, massive kid for 147 pounds. So when you see him in there, I'm looking for a back and forth, but Pete kind of not fell apart, but he kind of aged in the ring. Pete looked like he was about 45 years old. You know what I'm saying? Jalil Hackett was just steamrolling, working behind his jab, chopping at him. It was some things he could have did better, but the fact that was his first 10-rounder ever in boxing, and that was only 8 fights that he had prior to that fight. Oh yeah, I love it.
He gave Pete a nice knot too.
Yeah, crazy Hasim Rahman knot. Yeah. Something to think about.
Now, he looked like, I'm gonna give it a bit. He looked visibly drained.
Yeah, he did.
At the press conference, rehydrated well. Yeah. Is it a situation where he's just gonna have to monitor his nutrition, or could we possibly be seeing the end of Jalil Hackett at 147 pounds?
He's just a big kid, man. At the end of the day, that's what it is. And we know he's gonna go to 54. We know he's gonna be a 60 pounder because you can see it. You can see it in the height, his arm length, and all that shit.
So his back.
Because guess what? Even after rehydrating, motherfucker still looked like he was like 47. You know what I mean? He ain't getting real bulky. You know what I mean? I like that. It was a great fight, man. They moving him well. Eddie Hearn did a great job.
Name a fight that makes sense next for Jalil.
At 47,
yeah.
It's tough because it's crazy because it's like who there. He got 9 fights, so it's tough. I ain't gonna lie. It's gonna be tough moving him because he got 9 fights. But it's got to be somebody. I can't think off the top of my dome, but it's got to be somebody. But what he need is somebody that's going to throw at him, that's going to have him, make him move his head, make him move his feet a little bit, and, you know, just get him some experience.